this video, I want to talk about a topic which is should we eat more sugar or should we eat more salt? And what do sugar and salt do to our body health? Today's video is about sugar and salt. And my point is that I think that we should eat more sugar and we should eat less, actually even just non-salt, just we should eat zero salt. So I'm gonna uh, do this presentation of this video in two parts. First part is salt and second part is sugar. So in salt part, I'm going to tell you guys about four elements, four chapters. First is what is salt and why I think salt is a slow poison to our body. And the second is that what is the damage that salt can cause to our body. The third is that why should we never eat salt. And the fourth is that does eating a little bit salt actually benefit your health. And in the sugar chapter, I'm gonna tell you about what are the benefits of the sugar and what does too much sugar cause and what would happen if you completely replace salt with sugar. And in the last, I'm gonna say, are salt and the sugar actually the same thing? So the first chapter, I'm going to tell you about what is salt and why I think salt is a slow poison. Salt was initially and originally was found as an element for preservance. So the fishermen go fishing at a good season and return with fishes. And if they want to keep the fish for longer, so they use salt. So salt was initially discovered for preservance, for keep things to store longer. And also the word celery was originated from salt because during the time, the old time, ancient time, maybe in Rome, maybe in Italy, and the salt, they use salt as a exchange, like a kind of currency, because people have to use salt, not for eating, not like Chinese. The story told you like we have to eat salt, but in the ancient time, they have to use salt for preserve their food. But now we have refrigerator. We have a lot of chemicals to preserve our food. We don't need salt anymore. But in the ancient time, everybody have to use salt to preserve their food from getting rotten. And so the salt is a very common thing that people can exchange. So they use salt actually as a currency or something. So to exchange things, and the word celery was actually came from salt, the word salt. So you think like celery and salt. It's a little bit similar. And the second thing I'm going to talk about what damage can salt can cause to our body health. In short term, if you eat too much salt in a short time, it can cause swollen hands and swollen feet and swollen face. So your face can get swollen if you eat too much salt in a very short time. And long-term bad damage to your body that it can reduce your kidney's ability to remove water. So your kidney doesn't have enough of the ability to remove water, so your water was confined in your vessels, in your blood vessels, so it can cause high blood pressure, and it can eating salt long term can also cause uh, congestive heart failure, congestive heart failure, and it can also cause hypertension, and as I said, it can also cause high blood pressure. And the second, the third topic we are talking about: why should we never eat salt? Because as I said before, salt was first discovered to preserve food, but not for taste. It's not for taste. It's not for our to taste food, to add the food for seasoning. But salt. So we initially use salt to put into our food so it can preserve longer. And the fishermen used to, as I said before, and it kills you without your knowledge. It's like a slow poison, as I said before. What is a slow poison? Slow poison is that it kills you without your knowledge because you're eating salt day and day and day and day, and it eventually gonna kills you. So that is why we should never eat salt. And actually, and another point I want to mention is that actually many governments, like Japan, for example, have government program to limit the people's intake on salt because during Japan. There was a time that people ate too much salt, and government saw could be a problem. So government actually launched a program to uh, to prohibit, to reduce the people in Japan to eat less salt, so it could benefit of their people's health. And the fourth point is that does eating a little salt actually benefit your health? Because people might think, okay, I don't eat too much salt. What about I just eat a little bit salt, just as a seasoning stuff, right? And my answer is no. The salt is a preference. It first discovered, and still it is a preservance. It is a thing to preserve food. It's what God gave us to preserve food. It's not for taste. And also, if let's say this, how to eat preserve food? It kills uh, bacterias. Bacterias. So if it kills bacteria, it can also kill you. And also, according to WHO, 9.8 million people globally die of hypertension each year. And the intakes of salt was one of the prime, actually it was the primest, the, the most important element uh, contributing to hypertension. So eating salt can cause you get hypertension actually.